Hello everybody, welcome back to another Manchester United news video. Now in this video we'll be going through the latest Manchester United news, as always giving you the latest on Manchester United and what is currently going on. We'll be talking about the Manuel Ugarte latest, Jadon Sancho potential swap deal, a bid going in for Jared Brandwaite, as well as some other Manchester United news. We'll be talking about Ivan Toney deal, but anyway, let's start off by talking about Jadon Sancho and Manuel Ugarte deal. So this deal does have a big link together. So Jadon Sancho wants to play for Paris Saint-Germain. Manchester United are asking for more than £50 million, but no agreement should be reached this week, as it's not a simple matter. Jadon Sancho could be used as part of a deal to bring in Manuel Ugarte. Manchester United are actively negotiating for PSG for Manuel Ugarte. Manuel Ugarte is insisting on getting his move to Manchester United, as both clubs are still in talks. PSG are keen on selling him, with George Mendes leading negotiations. A move for Manuel Ugarte appears to be back on the cards, with PSG eager to sell him before transfer deadline day. PSG will either have to lower their demands or accept an initial loan exit, though there is growing belief agreement could be reached. So listen, I think this Ugarte deal will happen. It's just a matter of time. I think if you look at Ugarte, the ability he has is fantastic, there's no doubt of it. But I think to facilitate this Ugarte deal, we need to get rid of maybe one or two midfielders to kind of bring in replacements. Now, with Ugarte, as I said, no doubt, fantastic player, quality player, big player. And he will add a lot to Manchester United. I think, for me, McTominay, reports from Di Marzio that Napoli have made a loan bid for McTominay. Now, for McTominay, you can't let him leave Manchester United on loan. That simply cannot happen. I think with McTominay, it's too big of a deal to allow him to leave on a loan deal. We need to get money from him. We need to generate some sort of profit for McTominay. We can't afford to allow him to go out on a free deal. It wouldn't be really beneficial for us. It wouldn't be beneficial for all parties involved, to be honest with you. So I think we need to get rid of McTominay ASAP to allow that Ugarte deal to happen. Just on Ugarte, listen, a swap deal for Sancho could happen. Manchester United evaluate him at 50 million. Ugarte is worth around 60 million. You could potentially make a way around of getting a swap deal, and that could be something that Manchester United look to explore. I do certainly think with Ugarte, he is pushing that move a lot, and he wants that move to happen. Now, obviously, agent fees are still an issue, but Manchester United are obviously solving that and working on it. And I do think with Ugarte, he's insisted on that move to Manchester United. He wants that move, and if you look at a swap deal, it'll probably be unlikely. I think if you look at Jadon Sancho, he's probably going to stay at Manchester United. But I do think we can bring Manuel Ugarte before the deadline day, whether that be on a loan deal or an official deal. But the reports are suggesting we could get this deal done. Now, the midfield situation is interesting. Fofana's still on the cards. So I do think we need to get two midfielders in and let Casemiro and McTominay go. I think this summer, just Casemiro will go. Just McTominay will go. I think Casemiro will stay. But I'm hoping we can get in two midfielders, whether that be Ugarte and Fofana and someone else. Ugarte and someone else. I do think we need to get in two midfielders to facilitate movement for other players. But yeah, that's very, very interesting. As I said, the midfielder situation. Manchester United are considering two more signings in the summer transfer window. They will prioritise the addition of a midfielder, while also keeping tabs on left-back targets. Another attacker will also be considered, but is deemed unlikely. While Dalot and Nusa Mezraoui, I'll talk about the left-back in a minute. Two more signings in the summer transfer window, a midfielder and a left-back. Listen, while Dalot and Mezraoui, I'll talk about the midfielders first actually, then I'll talk about the left-back. So, listen, two more signings, that would mean, on what this is saying, one midfielder and one defender. I think the midfielder will probably be Ugarte, and I'm actually not too sure who the defender will be. Let me talk about the left-back situation now. While Diego Dalot and Nusa Mezraoui can be makeshift left-back, Ten Hag would prefer another specialist option, while Luke Shaw and Thuram Malacia are injured. Harry Amasa is not currently viewed as first team yet, as it might only require short-term fix. Manchester United will consider free agent and loan deals as their left-back, and could even look to replicate a similar move with their loan deal for Sergio Reguilon a year ago. Marcos Alonso is one option open to the club. Listen, I do certainly think we do need a left-back. With Luke Shaw being out injured, it's very, very disappointing, and I think this is probably the last draw of Luke Shaw at Manchester United. I think after these severe injuries, he does have to leave. you look at what the left backs are looking for. I think we do need more of a long-term left back. I think if you look at the next couple of years, Luke Shaw's going to be leaving. But last time we don't know how much football he can play. We're just unsure because of the injury that he had. So it's going to have to be a huge precaution with Malacia. So I do think we need another left back. And I think there's some good options out there. I think Reguilon's certainly an interesting one, but he's very, very injury prone. You've got Gutierrez of Girona. There are some very other candidates that could come in. I think for me, I don't know who the left back could be. I mean, I would go Alexio Hernandez. Milos Kerkez is also an option. There are many other options out there, but I don't think a left back will get addressed this window. I think we'll sign just UGARTE, if I'm honest, for the remainder of the window, but anything could happen. Bruno has signed his new contract, and there's nothing around the Frankie de Jong deal with Manchester United. No contacts or discussions to date. Last thing, Ivan Toney loan deal. Reports are circulating that Manchester United may look to go for Ivan Toney as a loan deal. Listen, let's see what happens surrounding Ivan Toney. Don't know if that's a deal that could really progress, but certainly is interest in there. So let me know your thoughts. Like and subscribe.